Welcome back everyone, Matthew here with CineGold, and today we're checking out all the top new releases on Netflix in April 2024. We're going to start out today's list with the biggest releases of the month, or the movies and series that seem to be drawing the most attention. After that, we'll kind of rapid fire through everything else, usually the more niche stuff and region-locked releases. Alright, let's check out the first big release dropping on April 4th.
May I ask you to describe Thomas Ripley?
First big release of the month is Ripley. This is an American psychological thriller series based on the 1955 crime novel The Talented Mr. Ripley. You might recognize that name as it's been adapted before, most notably in the 1999 film starring Matt Damon. This time is being adapted into an 8-episode limited series set in 1960s New York and Italy. It stars Andrew Scott as Tom Ripley, a con man who's hired by a wealthy man to convince his son to come home from Italy. I love The Talented Mr. Ripley, so I'm very much looking forward to this one. It releases on April 4th. Next up is Parasyte the Grey.
인간 흉내를 잘 내는데.
동족이 맞나? 뭔가 좀 다른데.
This is a Korean sci-fi horror series being directed and co-written by Yeon Song-ho, director of zombie hit Train to Busan. Parasyte the Grey is about unidentified parasites that violently take over human hosts, causing them to gain power and become a threat to humanity. Parasyte the Grey is based on a Japanese manga series, and the trailer is giving me The Thing vibes where you don't know who's already changed and who's still human. We'll be able to check it out on April 5th. Releasing on the same day is Scoop.
With respect, you know how people see you.
Spell it out.
Randy, Andy.
With respect.
This is a British biopic film that is a dramatic retelling of how the BBC obtained the bombshell interview with Prince Andrew about his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein. The film is inspired by the events that led up to what was called the scoop of the decade. It stars the always excellent Gillian Anderson and again releases on the 5th.
I really don't know where it's gonna end. I think one of us is gonna have to die now.
Then on the 11th is Baby Reindeer. This is a British drama series that follows Richard Gadd, a comedian who has a bizarre relationship with his stalker that threatens to destroy both their lives. Gadd himself wrote and stars in the series, and it was created by the same production company as the series The End of the Fucking World. Next up is Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scargiver.
Their nightmare is you and I fighting together.
You must know you cannot win.
Part 2 follows Korra and the surviving warriors as they prepare to defend Velt, their new home, alongside its people against the realm. This movie at one time would have been a massive release, but we all saw the first film. I'm sure there are some people out there who really enjoyed Part 1. Personally, I thought it was okay. It was entertaining while it lasted, but heavily flawed. Will I be watching Part 2? Yes, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. Will it be better than the first one? I'm skeptical, but I'm willing to give it a chance. Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scargiver, drops on April 19th. That's all the biggest releases. Now let's quickly go through the more niche stuff, for which there's quite a lot, starting with Files of the Unexplained. This kind of looks like a modern Unsolved Mysteries or X-Files type docuseries that investigates strange phenomena and the paranormal. It releases on April 3rd. On the 4th is The Tearsmith, which is an Italian romance movie based on the Aaron Doom novel. Then on the 10th is The Hijacking of Flight 601, a Colombian political thriller that's based on actual events. Also on the 10th is a French crime thriller series called Parasyte. This actually looks pretty good, and I wanted to cover it more, but I was having trouble finding many details about it. And one more on the 10th is What Jennifer Did, a true crime doc about a very bizarre murder case. On April 11th is Heartbreak High Season 2, the return of the popular Australian teen drama. On the 12th is Amar Singh Chamkila, an Indian musical film, and the partially animated animated movie Woody Woodpecker Goes to Camp. On the 17th is a new anime called The Grimm Variations, which is based on the Brothers Grimm fairy tales. Also on the 17th is a 4-episode nature docuseries called Our Living World. On the 23rd is Brigands, The Quest for Gold, also known as Brigandi, which is a new Italian Western series. And then on the 25th is City Hunter, yet another Netflix live-action adaptation of a Japanese manga, this one about a sweeper who cleans up trouble in the underworld. And one more on the 25th, Dead Boy Detectives Season 1, a supernatural detective series based on a Neil Gaiman comic and is set in the same universe as The Sandman. Now, some real quick regional releases. The US gets The Matrix Collection, Sex and the City, and White Collar all on the 1st, along with Black Sails on the 17th and the movie King Richard on the 24th. Canada gets Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom on the 1st, Where the Crawdads Sing on the 12th, and The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent on the 15th. In the UK is the crime thriller Emily the Criminal on the 1st, and Together treble winners on the 2nd. Last month, everybody commented they were looking forward to 3 Body Problem the most. Well, what did you think of it, and what are you looking forward to the most this month? And one more thing, if you found this video helpful, hit the like button and help me spread this video to more people. Once again, thank you so much, everybody. I will see you soon.